Hey everyone, welcome to On the Rocks. I'm your trail guide, Claudia Collins, and I'm taking you along for new adventures as I check hikes, waterfalls, and other outdoor activities off of my Arizona bucket list. Today we're hiking Hieroglyphic Trail in the Superstition Wilderness. Hieroglyphic Trail is a 2.8 mile trail with 567 feet of elevation gain, and it's rated moderate.
So this hike begins on Lost Gold Mine Trail, and back in the 1800s, a miner named Jacob Waltz came out here, found some gold, and never revealed where exactly he found it. And so prospectors kept coming back to try to find the gold, and eventually it became less of an opportunity to come find gold, and people like me just started coming out and wanting to hike. So in 1994, they decided to turn it into an 11-mile trail, and we're just gonna do 2 miles of it today.
So the trailhead is right at the base of the parking lot and begins by going through a gate to keep cattle from getting out, which that was new for me on a hike.
So Lost Gold Mine Trail is this way, but we're doing Hieroglyphic Trail today. But I knew nothing about this trail before, so we'll probably be back.
The trail is extremely easy to follow because it's just this wide open dirt path headed straight to the mountains. The beginning of the hike is pretty residential, but I've got to say the drive to the trailhead was beautiful, and it was so nice to drive with the windows down and take it all in. Soon we came across another gate. This is where we realized that the cattle is kept between the two gates, but unfortunately we didn't see any. For me, the greatest part of this hike was exploring a part of the Superstition Wilderness I'd never seen before. Most of the time I would start hikes at the Lost Dutchman State Park. This was my first time heading further east to check things out. About a mile into the hike, I started wondering if it would get more difficult. I mean, it is rated moderate. And I've got to say this hike is definitely more on the easy side. Even with no prior hiking experience, I don't think this trail is very challenging at all. Eventually, the trail started to narrow out and the elevation gain was so gradual I didn't even really notice it. As the trail began to get smaller, it got greener too. It wasn't too hot this day, but Mia enjoyed all the shady spots along the trail. But while my puppy was admiring the shade, I was admiring some of the biggest cacti I'd ever seen.
We're trying to figure out how tall this is. I'm 5 feet tall. We concluded it'll probably take 6 of me to get to the top, so 30 feet? I don't know.
I mean, it was unreal.
I think more than 6.
Just shortly after spotting the extremely large cacti, we arrived at the end of the trail.
So we made it to the end of the trail, and it is a little busy up here, but it's not taking away from the experience. It's nice to get some shade, kind of hop around the rocks, check out the petroglyphs on the other side, and just enjoy relaxing.
So remember what this trail was called? Hieroglyphic Trail, which featured a lot of petroglyphs. This is always so astonishing to me. Sometimes I see carvings like this along other hikes, but it's nice knowing that these truly are the real deal. After enjoying the views and hopping around the rocks, it was time to head back. There were a lot of people on this trail. I can tell you it's very popular, especially on a Saturday morning. And usually I don't like a lot of congestion, but one of the perks of the really wide pathway was having some space. And now we're back.
Well, we made it back down. It took an hour and 46 minutes, which doesn't really tell the whole story because we were at the top of the trailhead for quite a while, just enjoying the shade and the views. Thought this was a really nice workout, definitely great for a Saturday morning, and would do it again.
Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time on The Rocks.